rise and welcome to the AT&T Center. It's time for Spurs basketball on Ken's 5. Tonight's San Antonio Spurs broadcast is brought to you by AT&T. The Spurs come back home with a mark of 18-5. The Brooklyn Nets, the opponent tonight, they arrive at 6-15, but are coming off a victory over Denver in that ball game. But the problem for this team on the entire 3-game road trip, and in fact the last 8 games, has been
they'd be ready to play from the get-go, but it hasn't turned out that way.
Parker on the drive, the kick out to Powell for 3!
How about that? Do you work early so everybody can play tonight? You should be able to win this game fairly.
Donovich there. Kicks it off to LaMarcus Aldridge. Nothing but the bottom. Donovich brings it back the other way for the Nets.
A little too rich and creamy, is that what you're saying?
And Bogdanovich.
All these European players at that size can score the ball.
Powell knocks down another. Gasol. Inside, Danny Green, a nifty. And the Nets get this one to fall.
A score. He gets the kind bounce that time.
Leonard. Back off the glass and good for Kawhi. The Pelicans before Timmy sees his shirt go to the top. Underneath, incredible win of the season when you think of the league.
I would say so. One of them, easily.
Yeah. Parker.
Having the second half off.
Underneath. Kawhi Leonard. Back to Tony. Let it fly. Count it. Oh, mama.
The steal. Might as well give it back to him. That was another selfish play there from Kawhi. Could have easily taken that 3 for himself.
Bogdanovich both check in for Kenny Atkinson's Nets. Leonard gets it from Powell on the perimeter. Deep 3.
He can make that.
Boy, all the way to Bogdanovich. And Pop will call a timeout. It's 10 to go, first quarter. Leonard from 14, and Kawhi Leonard. Booker with the screen. Bogdanovich back out. Bennett for 3. Former #1 draft pick.
Have a lot of pressure on him being a former #1 overall pick.
Young Canadian, spent just 1 year at UNLV. Is LA. Lamont. Patty Mills. Tight quarters to Leonard. And Kawhi knocks down the 3. Booker's their best shooter percentage-wise at 54%. Goes in and gets an and 1, fouled by Bertans. But it comes back out, and they'll reset with Foy. And the shot clock winding down, and Foy said, hey, that's a freebie. Here's Leonard. Hollis Jefferson out on Kawhi, gives up to Mills for 3. Come on, you.
Like that for the Nets, you have to know who you're guarding, and you have to know the scouting report. Don't run out on a non-shooter.
And the Spurs.
Well, you got to push it up. Don't get too complacent with it. You want a 2 for 1 here.
He heard you. Aztec triple. Oh, he's got Dedmon in the paint. And 1.
The player, he only played in like 3 ball games, so he's going to do much better. He has to.
Oh, Joe, pardon me, but the Spurs shooting an incredible 62%. Dedmon adds to that, claims it, and Mills on the drive. Got it to fall! To Dedmon. They clear, he goes against Lopez, now to Simmons. Jonathan knocks down the jumper. Danny Green run off the line. Dedmon to Simmons. Jonathan Simmons a triple, and the Spurs 3 with 8:14 to go in the half.
Oh, they're doing a nice job moving the ball around, and the guys are not messing around with it once they.
And
well,
tonight, different story.
They got in the way of themselves in that ball game once again.
Tony Parker.
Wow, that's just.
Kawhi, yes. In Sacramento, that's 18 here tonight so far. And consider this as Harris drives and scores. The Spurs scored one-time Spur draftee comes up with a rebound, the Argentinian, and he runs the floor and scores. Convert on this one. Harris against Leonard scores. Here's Leonard. Kawhi says, go ahead and take a break. I got more. Booker over LaMarcus Aldridge. Leonard with 9. Aldridge, a tip dunk. Parker had 9 in the first half, second leading scorer for the Spurs. Back to LA, and Aldridge knocks it down.
On Brook Lopez right there, boxing him out.
Gasol back to Parker in the paint. Tony, and he's fouled. Oh, mama! And he spins it in.
Kicking himself for that one.
Make those 9 out of 10.
Yeah, he had a little guy on him, he just missed it.
And then they beat him back down.
Been up there too.
The trivia question. Yeah, producer teasing us in the truck.
Yeah.
On many occasions. Whitehead on the drive. LA just missing in the block.
On that trivia question, he said, well, you're definitely on the board for Matador / help me out 5-0 deep. Bring him back.
Pau Gasol for the jumper. Nothing but the bottom. Rebounded with the Spurs with 8. Lopez fade away in the paint. Falls. 8 on the road. They've lost their last 5 road games. Leonard. The 3 from Gasol from 17. Rebound. The claw. Leonard. 2 more.
Why not?
Say, here's Mills. Manu back out to Leonard. Another 3. Oh, mama! Leonard's got 30. Bogdanovich. Nope. Manu ahead to Mills.
How about Kawhi getting back in that play, not allowing an easy offensive rebound?
Today, mate. How about a 3?
Already thought he was going to go to Davis Bertans off that high screen and roll action, and David Lee had Foy on his back. It was an easy layup.
91-70. Mills makes the 3, steps back, takes the 3. Good on you, Patty.
A tough shot there for Davis. Had the guy right in his face.
Uh-oh, Patty Mills. And lays it in with the left hand.
That's Manu's quick hands. It's like he reached behind his back for that
Mills
one.
for 3. Get out of here. Just stop it. Oh, my.
Ball down after an off or defensive rebound. You better be secure with it.
Inside. Jonathan Simmons from David Lee.
They're struggling.
In the quick shots they've taken have added to as Simmons drives all the way to the rack. Simmons now with 11. Bogdanovich misses the 3. Rebound to the Nets Bennett, and Bogdanovich then fills the paint and scores. And now LaPavitola. Oh, a little fancy pass to Gasol and Powell.
And he's not a true rookie. He's an NBA rookie, but he plays with a lot of poise, a lot of confidence.
LaPavitola! Anderson. Kick out. All the way back to Powell for the stuff.
On the break.
And one for consistency in the lineup, and it affects the entire ball club.
Yeah, and his injuries didn't come from not being prepared. They were just knocks on the knees.
That's away from beating the Warriors.
Yeah. Well, little brother's helping out big brother.
Yeah. That allows the Spurs to Anderson's pass, tight quarters, intended for Nico.
I'm not sure where he was going with that one.
And it ends up being a Scola layup at the other end. Away, Bertans gives to Jonathan Simmons. David Lee! With a stop! Signing with Toronto this year. David Lee powers his way up and in. Now, Memphis has beaten the Warriors 110-89. You hold the Warriors to 89?
Yeah.
That's impressive. He's been in the block party too. LeVert with a miss. And the tip.
Those that get them back in the game.
3:23 to go. Lee. One bet to another, and then the pass, and there's the stuff from Davis for time.
So because you got 3 days off. As a player, you know that. And more than likely that Pop's going to give you one of them off, so when you've earned it.
Simmons back to Lee. Now Prabitola on the drive. Simmons, corner 3. Jonathan, nothing but the bottom of the net. New high scoring total. The Warriors' season opener was the previous best, as the dunk by Hollis Jefferson to try to take out a little of the night's frustration for the Nets, who fall to 6-16. Kawhi Leonard, his 6th 30-point game, another 7th 30-point game of the year.